All right, my baddies, we are going to learn how to switch out a light today. First, you're going to turn your power off. So you go down to wherever your breaker box is, find the breaker that belongs to, or just turn power off to the main house. It is off. We are good to go. These are the tools you're going to need. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver, a wrench, most likely. I don't think I used them all. Wire strippers, and of course my trusty drill. So get yourself a footstool, ladder, whatever you need, and go ahead and take that base down. I like to unscrew the light bulbs too. It's easier to access the screws that are up in there. So don't be afraid of this project. It's really simple, really straightforward. The most important part of it is making sure that your wire connections are secure. And once you have those in there really nice and tight, the rest of it is just getting your fixture back up there. So there's 3 connections that you're going to look at. You're going to see a black wire, a white wire, and a green or a copper wire. That copper wire is your grounding wire. And then usually they'll be on there with some bolts. Sometimes when you find a really janky house, it's going to have just electrical tape around it. So you're going to want to find the electrical bolts to reinstall the new one. A lot of fixtures come with them, or you can just reuse the ones that you have. So once you have that down, next is to get your new fixture. I went with the moonlights. I got these off of Amazon. They're the 12-inch LED moonlights, 500,000 lumens. It does come with this flush base, so that will go on first. You pull the wires through that center hole so that you can easily access them still, and then you'll need that center hole to be able to shove them back up in there when you're all done. So I had to take the screws out completely because the heads were too big to use to screw them back into the base. So that is me taking the screws out completely. Let's see if we can't fast forward this a bit. Okay, I realized that was going to take way too long, so I rigged up my drill with just the connection from the hand drill, or hand screwdriver, excuse me, so I could get that base up there flush really quickly. So that is what I did here, getting the wires out of the way to get that flush. Make sure it's connected really nice and tight. It's not going to go anywhere. Get it centered on your hole. So that way, when you put up the new light fixture, you don't have a ring that shows. Next step is to take the 3 wires off of your new light. I like to clip off the ends of them. A lot of times when they cut them in the factory, they get kind of glued to the wires. So I go ahead and clip off the ends a little bit, and then I strip them about a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 inch. I take that rubber protector off of it. You don't want to do too much because you don't want any of that wire exposed once you get it into the wire nut. If it's exposed, there's a chance of them touching, which could cause a fire when you turn the power back on. So I go ahead and I attach my green one first, just so I know that my grounding connection is good and secure. If you do not have a grounding connection, you'll want to attach that wire to something metal in the box. Some of the boxes will come with like a copper nut or a galvanized nut of some sort. I don't think it's galvanized. A nut of some sort that will say grounding. You can connect that wire directly to the box that's in your ceiling as well if you don't have a copper wire. So you just use a nut to go ahead and screw that on nice and tight. I did not get it tight the first time. I think it came off. I can't remember. And then I dropped one. So now I'm doing my black connection, and then I'll finally do my white one once I get that nut back. Okay, easy peasy. I have them all connected, and now I'm getting them shoved up into that hole. As long as you tested your connections, you can really kind of be a little rough with this. They're not going to go anywhere. And then once they're up in there, you can just take the base and screw it back on. And that's it. Next, I'm going to turn the power back on, and then let's test it out. Boom, done. See how easy that was?